Gateway Film Center Union.
Good afternoon. My name is Ryan Ilag-Concha, and I'm the president of the Gateway Film Center Union. On November 13th, my peers and I unanimously voted in favor for unionization. There were only about 20 of us, most of us ranging between 20 to 30 years old. As lovers of films, we grew up with the revolutionary backbone of The Hunger Games, Star Wars, and Ants. These stories taught us to think critically about power, stand up against oppression, and to fight back. One of the revolutionaries instilled into us from a young age was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. MLK's fight against war, racism, and poverty set a standard we hold ourselves to today. But his fight isn't over. The forces he stood against, greed, inequality, and exploitation, persist in new forms. Today, we face a regime that values us not as people, but as commodities to be exploited. Billionaires like Trump and the ultra-right work tirelessly to dismantle our rights, lower wages, and undermine our dignity. Shame! You might have felt that you're doing everything you can to get ahead in life, but none of it is working. That was by design. You are not going crazy.
Right.
Statistically, we have been producing far more, working much longer, and at a much more efficient pace. But despite that, our pay has not caught up to our progress. Our cost of living expenses have increased, and our employers are covering less of them. So even as we produce more and work harder, our pay stagnates, our cost rises, and our protections shrink.
Boo!
Children aren't even safe anymore. 8 states, including Ohio, have lowered their child labor laws, allowing for children ages 13 to 17 to work longer hours. How our labor is managed and the profits made off of our labor makes me angry, and it should make you angry too. Everything except our wages and safety have gone up due to neoliberal policies. These injustices are not accidents, they are by design. Under capitalism, profits for the wealthy always come before the safety, well-being, and dignity of workers. But this doesn't have to be our future. The fight to unionize, to organize, and to build collective power is the fight for our democratic rights, and the fight for a society where workers, not billionaires, make the decisions that shape our lives. And remember, we are not here to simply elect a more progressive Democrat who promises change. Neoliberal policies will always prioritize profits over people. Real change requires an independent working class movement, a movement led by workers like us, united across industries and communities. I read recently that dominoes are stood too far from each other. Knocking one down won't set off a cascade. So I ask you, don't let this cascade be silenced. Reach out to PSL Columbus, learn how to unionize your workplace, and join the struggle for a better future. I will end my speech with one of my favorite quotes by revolutionary Mario Savio. There's a time when the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears, upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus. And you've got to make it stop. You've got to indicate to the people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all. In solidarity.